Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Deepu's Decoder. Let's learn something new today. Today we are going to learn about very useful TypeScript utility called ReturnType. It helps us to automatically extract the return type of a function and avoid the writing duplicate types. Let's understand how it works. We have a function called getMessage, it returns string. Now instead of manually defining a type, we use TypeScript return type util. Here, type of will return the function type and return type will extract the what function actually return. Let's see what problem it solves. Without return type, we have to define a types manually and there is a risk of mismatch and hard to maintain in case of response object is changed. But with the return type, these types are autosync. So in future, if the response object is changed, maintenance is not required and we will not get any risk also. Let's jump into demo. Here we have a function called createUser. This function return ID and username. Instead of manually created a user type, we use a return type utility here. What this does is it extracted the return type of this function automatically. So now this user type will always match with the return type of the function. If tomorrow new field added to the create user response object, we don't need to update this user type manually. TypeScript will handle it for us. Let's see the beauty of return type util. Now the user type have ID and username. Now I have added a one new field to the create user response object. So that as soon as I have added a one new field, this user type is automatically updated to the new field. No extra work is needed. This is the beauty of return type util. Now let's see how return type works with async functions because this is where most people confused. Here I have a async function called fetch data and return the object. Since this is async function, it does not directly return object. Instead, it return promise. So if I use return type here, the result I will get promise with object, not simple object. This is where we have to understand. Return type always return exactly what function return and async function always return promise. That's why here we get the promise with object. But what if I want the only value inside the promise? Where we have to use another util called awaited. It wrap the promise and return the value inside promise. The result we can see only the object. So in simple terms, return type always return exactly what function return and awaited wrap the promise.